Okay, so once you have the console up and running, let's talk about how to turn lights on and off, get into cues, record cues, and that kind of thing. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure that stage is selected. You can see here, that's the view of what's actually you're seeing in the space. If you need to do anything like save a show file, you hit the setup button, and you hit the number 3, select enter, and you can opt to write the show to disk or read the show from disk. So that's some saving. But again, to start everything off, we want to go into stage. Anytime you see the green light illuminated next to the button, that means that's what you've selected. For starters, in the stage view, you can see here that channel has the green light selected next to it. That means if I start typing a number, it's going to assume I'm talking about a channel. In this instance, say we want to turn channels 1 through 9 to full. So in order to do that, channel is selected, I type the number 1, then I type the number through, and then 9. And now if you could see the screen, it would have 1 through 9 selected in yellow, but you can't, so just assume. If you look up, you should see 1 through 9 selected in yellow. Once you've typed channels 1 through 9, you want to type the at button here, and again this green dot is going to follow us around so we know what's selected. And I want to give it a level now. So the level can be anything from 1 to 100%. If it's 100%, you could put it at full. If you want it to be at 50%, say, which maybe we want here, I would type 50. And now if you look out on stage, channels 1 through 9 are actually going to be at 50%. So that's how we turn a light on. Let's say we want this to be our cue. So we want to type record. Again, the green buttons green light's following us around. The console's automatically going to select cue because it's going to assume that you want the cue button selected. Let's call this cue 1, and we'll type enter. Now, what's going to happen on the screen? It's going to change from red to some other color, which means the cue is recorded. But you have to get into that cue. To get into that cue, you're going to type the cue button again, because you want to tell it that you're referencing a cue. Type Q1, because that's what we recorded. And then over here, the AB faders, there's a big label that says go. Push the go button. And you'll see that you now are sitting in Q1 on stage, and that you've recorded that cue. To get out of the cue, you simply do what you do at the end of the shutdown. You push the clear button at the top, and the stage will be clear.